I love the spooky season and I love Halloween, and what kind of Halloween island would be complete without its very own spooky graveyard with its own little morgue and house for Lucky, which is the perfect villager for any graveyard. This one is filled with pumpkins, skeletons, ghouls, and anything else that might lurk in the dark. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Liz, aka My Pastel Past, and I am so excited to be bringing you all today's video. Today we are doing one of my favorite builds on my Halloween island. Today we are making a little graveyard for Lucky, and because I didn't really know what to do with the museum, I decided to incorporate both of them into the same build. I just didn't really feel like the museum fit well on my island, and I had no way of really hiding it this time. So instead I was like, you know what, it could kind of work as a morgue, so that's exactly what we're doing. We're making our own little graveyard, and can I just say, this is probably my favorite build. And not just because I love Lucky, because Lucky is so cute. But right now we're just kind of creating the outline or perimeter of the build. This is always how I start my builds. I find it much easier to know how much space I have, and of course I have to use the absolute cutest Halloween fence out there. So we're using the pumpkin fence because look how cute it is. You know me, you know this island, you know what to expect. It's just going to be pumpkins everywhere, and I'm really starting to think that I might have done a new core, pumpkin core. Is this a thing? Have people already made pumpkin core? I really don't know, but when I was showing some of my friends my island, they were saying that this is the most pumpkins they've ever seen on an island. Not necessarily for this exact build, but you will be seeing that build soon, I promise. But my entire island is just covered in pumpkins. I love pumpkins, I love Halloween, I love the autumn, so I had to use as many pumpkins as possible. What do you guys think? Have you heard of pumpkin core before? Is this a thing? And I guess maybe we're trying something new. I don't know. I don't know if pumpkin core is even a thing or not, but it's super cute and I absolutely love it. And of course we have to have our path leading up to the museum, filling that in with some leaves, which I absolutely love. I think leaves are so cute. And because I have a very specific day that I want this island set in, which is November 17th specifically, because on the 20th of November, all of the trees turned to this bright, gorgeous red, but I didn't quite want all the trees to be red. I wanted like a mixture of the oranges and the yellows and the red leaves, so that's what I was really focused on. That way I could also have that mix into the leaf path that we have all over my island. And now, as always, the way I do all of my builds is I have to have the key items in first to make sure there's enough room and to also see what I'm working with. So for this I'm using the Zen style stone, the Western stone, and the stone tablet, I believe they're called. Basically these are what our gravestones are going to be for this build. I didn't just want to use the Western style ones, I wanted to incorporate some other stones in there as well, just to kind of give it a more dynamic feel. And of course had to use the stone lions. They are so cute. I just wish that they glue more. Like, you know, how cool would that be if you're just like walking through the island, having an awesome time, and then suddenly out of random, like, the stone starts glowing? That would be so spooky and so cool. I wish that they did that instead of having to tap on them to glow. Because, I mean, the tapping is cool and all, but I think it would be also cool just to have it randomly glow at different times, maybe? I don't know. But I'm placing down all of the different stones, and then I've marked out where I want my trees to go specifically. I always find it much easier to figure out where I need to place certain items and I already know where the trees are going to be in the build. Otherwise, I find that I either don't have room for trees, or I place too many trees while I'm doing it, or the trees are just in the way of paths or areas that I really want to be visible. Unfortunately, I ran out of fully grown trees. I was feeling really lazy and I didn't want to go visit a treasure island, so I decided to just get some saplings and go with it that way. So we're placing them down, and then I have to time travel and time travel back, but you won't see that because that's the magic of editing. But now that the trees are all grown, we finally get to start decorating, and you all know what's about to happen here. You know what's about to get exploded all over this island. Pumpkins and skeletons, because it's Halloween. We gotta have the pumpkins, we gotta have the skeletons, we gotta have the spooks. All of the spooks. I love the pumpkins, I love the skeletons, and I even incorporated some of the mushroom lamps this time just to give it that extra glowy effect. And because it is a graveyard, I also incorporated leaf piles and the wheat fields as well, because I don't know about you guys, but for me it's so creepy seeing like the really long tall grass in graveyards and you don't know what's like going to be sneaking up in you in them with the little pumpkin eyes peering out, especially on a foggy night. I love scary things, okay? I like Halloween. So I tried to incorporate like my favorite aspects of Halloween and all of the spooky stuff here. I had to place down the creepy skeleton. I had to do it at the base of the gravestone, the western gravestone there, because to me it's like, oh my gosh, the skeleton's coming out of the grave, and it just like screams Halloween to me, so I just had to do it. And of course, it's me, I forget to place down flowers at the start, so I had to go back, go through the areas where I've already been building and place down some flowers. I have to do this a couple times because I don't quite place enough the first time when I go through here, and some glowing moss, because I really just want this place to glow and have that like really eerie effect. What would be amazing is if I could have fog too. I wish there were like fog machines in the game. I know we have confetti machines, but I wish we had something like that, but with fog, because I would definitely place those behind gravestones and behind trees just to give it that eerie effect. I know technically we have fog in the mornings, especially where there are areas with water, but I don't really have very many areas with water on this island, for one, and two, I really want this to be a night island. So I don't, as far as I'm aware, I don't think we really get fog at night in Animal Crossing, which is unfortunate because I would have loved to have like a really foggy, eerie, spooky night for this island. Like, you know, it would be so cool. But we're finally doing some little final touches. Again, as many pumpkins as possible. And do you guys have this issue too? I find that when I build, I always build starting from the front and then I work my way back because I'm so excited to see the build come together. So I focus on like Lucky's house and I focus on the museum, or in this case our morgue, and then I forget about the back part of the graveyard and I'm like, oh yeah, I have to place pumpkins back here too. And then half of me is like, oh, do I really have to? Like, no one's really going to be coming back here. And I was like, but what if they do? We want to make sure it's all spooky. So then I have to go start placing some items back there as well. And it looks like both Lucky and Chester are like really interested in what we're doing around their house, because they're like, oh, new stuff. Look, Lucky's even taken a nap up front. I also found these ghosts online and they're so cute. Look how cute the custom code is. I'll be sure to put that code in the description of the video as well, because it is not my own, but it is absolutely adorable. I love the lamppost, just kind of add that effect even more. Of course, adding a few more skeletons and final touches to the area. I'm definitely going to be using those ghosts all over my island and other places as well, because I really wish we had like ghost furniture in Animal Crossing. Like, it would be so cool to have like a ghoul or a ghost wander the island. But this is the final build. Here we have Lucky's house in the middle of a graveyard, and I think that it is so cute. Look how adorable it is. I'm absolutely in love with it. Please let me know what you all think in the description of this, or not in the description, in the comments of the video. Here is the morgue or the museum area as well. But thank you all so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, please consider hitting that subscribe button and like the video so you can see more of my content. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye!